Shorty is the finest thing that I have ever laid my eyes upon. I feel like damn, words can't.
What do you think? Like, do you think it's gonna be difficult because there's so many kids nowadays that just want to like be into the music and doing all this stuff? And even, I mean, you're obviously not the only kid who has, you know, these type of influences and is looking to do. I mean, one of the things about your generation is that there's so many, you have access to so much that you're influenced by so many different things, and there are a lot of different types of music that kids like. I mean, how are you gonna separate yourself from everyone else? I mean, even someone like Drake, who, I mean, some of the artists that you mentioned he's worked with, like he's doing something different, or Kanye West, these guys are already doing something different. Like, now how are you gonna do something different but still show, hey, it's different than the people that are already doing something different? Where, like, it seems so challenging, like it's so flooded.
Yeah, I listen, you know, to everybody, and I try to, you know, separate myself, make myself different, and what can I do to make myself different? And like my sound, I like to call it like music fusion. Like, you know, the 808 joint, it was, you know, people say it was really out there, but if you really listen to the production wise, it was still hip hop. It was just far out hip hop, but it wasn't, you know, it wasn't too way out there.
Right.
Like with me, like I'm gonna take it way out there. Like people are gonna be like, wow, this is hip hop, you know, like brink of rock or like hip hop. Like what the hell, like you know. And I think that's really gonna be like, wow, you know, like it's really different.
Yeah.
But people are gonna be afraid. Well, I'm gonna take it. People are like, hey, you know, we don't want that.
Yeah. What about just straight up like rapping, like keep it funky, like, you know, you're nicer than all these than pretty much 99% of everyone. Like, do you feel like that? Like when you hear people, you're like, yo, just in general, I'm just nicer than these dudes?
Exactly. I listen to people and I'm like, you know, I don't ever put anybody down, no matter how, you know, no matter what they happen in their career, or people just shut them down by the media. You know, I like to listen to, you know, just give them a chance, see what they got, and I'm just not really, you know, not really impressed by anybody. You know, like I listen, I go on YouTube and I watch people's comments, like, oh, he's so good, he's this, he's that. I'm like relax, like he's really not that. He's good, he's not great.
Is anyone you think is like just lyrically just nice? Like, is anyone you're like, damn, he's nice? Like I listen, like when I listen to, like I rewind his verses, like he's that nice to me. Like I just feel him. I'll say a couple people, like, all right, Lil Wayne. Like, do you like Lil Wayne? You don't really mess with Lil Wayne.
Nah.
But you think he's nice, or you just don't like him? Or you think he's alright?
Like, I'll be honest, like, he used to be good, like, with the Drought 3, The Drought Is Over 2, like, you know, those mixtapes, but then he just started saying whatever, and people was just sucking him off, like, yeah, you're the greatest. I'm like, nah.
Yeah. What about, like, Jewel's? I know you used to come around here saying Jewel's lines.
I used to mess with Jewel's hard body, but, you know, as I started opening up my mind more, not being afraid to listen, step out to other genres of music. I'm like, damn, like, this is really good. This is like speaking to me or something.
Yeah, you're more interested in other stuff. I remember I played you guys at Chester French. You filmed at Chester French.
I like
just
that.
like the way they put together the whole tape and everything too, like the mixtape, right? Yeah, that's cool. What about like the greats? I mean, a lot of you know, I know you don't even really like people to kind of group you with your pops, who's DMX, but I mean, it can't be go unsaid that that's your pops, and like, cause he's one of the all-time greats, especially locally from around here. I mean, are there dudes from like his generation or even him like that like you really like, or are you even checking for dudes like that? Like, have you listened to all those, you know, albums that I would probably be like, yo, this is the best album ever? Like, do you check for the Illmatics and the Only Built for Cuban Links and Biggie's and all that stuff like that?
Yeah, you'd actually be surprised. I used to Like I used to go through like phases, like listening to this artist for like 2 months straight. I was listening to Big L. I realized how nice he was. Even my dad, like, you know, I used to sleep on him, you know, 'cause that's my father, you know. So that's all I heard. But I'm like, damn, like, maybe he really saying something. The Jay-Z album, I never really messed with Jay-Z either, but the American Gangster, that's like, I'm like, damn. I remember this line he said. He was like, I think it was in Sweet. He was like, he said, he was like, shall we dance with the devil for a beat? I pray to God I ain't got 2 left feet. And I'm like, damn, like, wow, it's little lines like that.
Yeah, that's dope. Well, tell us just a little bit, maybe, like, about what it was like growing up. I mean, yo, one night I was watching Belly, and like I see Xavier in Belly, and I'm like, yo, this little big head Xavier. Like, I don't even. How old were you in that? Like 3, 4?
I was young.
Because I was like what, 99 or something. That was like 10 years ago.
Yeah, like 90.
Yeah, so you must have been like 5 or 6 or something like that. I mean, how did that even, like, do you remember all that stuff?
I remember they was like, when we was on the set, they was getting it all together, like telling me what I had to do and burn the money, whatever. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't really remember like in detail.
Yeah. Do you remember like meeting certain people back in the day, like anyone crazy that, you know, it's like, yo, I mean, maybe you didn't know at the time, but now you look back and like, yo, I was around these type of dudes.
I met Nas, Maze. Yeah, I met Maze, Jay-Z. I remember, I think it was the Hard Knock Life tour, or whatever tour. It was like the Rough Riders and Jay-Z and all of them.
Yeah.
And me and my cousin went up to him, and he had this big chain on. And I was giving him a handshake, and he was like, "You gonna let go of my hand?" I'm like, "Wow, like that's crazy." Damn, anybody else? Yeah, I know I met more, but I just can't.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's some big names though. That's some big names. What about like Jada and any of those guys?
Oh yeah, Jada, Styles, Sheik. Yeah, when I used to see them all the time. I used to come over to the house, chill, watch TV.
Yeah. You used to live in Yonkers. I mean, that's where you're from originally.
Yeah, I lived there until I was like 6. Moved to Jersey, probably like 6 months or a year and a half, something like that. And I moved to Kisco about 9 years ago.
Yeah. What do you think of it up here?
It's good. You know, it's a good community. I mean, it's boring as hell, but you know, I'd rather be up here than somewhere like shooting and stabbing. I'm like, damn, you know, I can't handle that.
Yeah, it's safe up here. It's cool up here. I like working up here too. All right, so we're gonna put this we're gonna put the first semester up here on Westcheddar.com. So you guys could get a listen to what the next generation is looking like, and we're gonna hear more from Nivele.
Yeah. Nivele.
Nivele. What is that?
Like I was on thesaurus.com and I typed in unique. I'm like, damn, like I need a name for myself, like something that's just going not as an artist, but really as a person. So I typed in unique. And one of the synonyms was Nivele, like you know, it looked like novel. And so I'm like, what if I spelled it like that or pronounced it like Nivele? I'm like, nah. So I switched up the spelling a few times, and I'm like, Nivele, Nivele. Like, yeah, I like that. And it means unequal and like something else. It's like unequal to anything else. I'm like, damn, like I feel like not just as an artist I'm like that, but really as a person. Like you're not really gonna come across too many people that's like me. So yeah, that's how I came about.
That's what's up. No doubt. Well, yo, thanks for sitting down. That's what's up. We're gonna keep going. Nivele.
Yeah.
Watch yourself. Peace.